안녕하세요. 소윤TV 진희쌤이야. 오늘도 페파피그 책을 한번 읽어볼 거예요. 근데 오늘은 다 페파피그에서 물에서 파는 배 타는 모든 배 타는 책을 읽을 거예요. 자, 그래서 이 책입니다. 여기선 바다에서도 하고 이건 강에서 하는 겁니다. 이렇게 배를 타죠. 자, 일단은 우리는 먼저 이거 고고고 Granpy Rabbits Hovercraft. Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George out for the first time on his sailing boat. Hello, old bean, says Mr. Silent. Grandpa, that man just called you an old bean, says Peppa. It's other way to say old friend, says Grandpa Pig. Now, where did I leave my boat? Says Grandpa Pig. What does your boat look like, Grandpa? Asked Peppa. It has a little red flag on top of the mast, says Grandpa Pig. Like that little flag? Asked Peppa. Oh dear, Grandpa Pig's sailing boat has sank. Here is Granpy Rabbit on his hovercraft. Granpy Rabbit soon pressed the boards. What is that monstery? Asked Mr. Silent. Is it around at the sailing club? Asked Mrs. Coggy. Granpy Rabbit reaches Peppa and George. Hello, shouts Peppa and Granpy Rabbit. What a amazing day for sailing. Hello, Granpy Rabbit, says Peppa. Grandpa Pig, you look sad, says Granpy Rabbit. What's the matter? We can't go sailing because our boat has sunk, says Peppa. Why don't you hop on my hovercraft? Suggests Granpy Rabbit. You can drive that thing around here, says Grandpa Pig. You are not a member of the sailing club. Well, you're a member, aren't you? Replies Granpy Rabbit. So I'm sure it will be perfectly fine. Peppa, George, and Grandpa Pig board Granpy Rabbit's hovercraft. Hold on to your hats, shouts Granpy Rabbit as they zoom across the sea. Granpy Rabbit hovercraft can go on the land and water. Mr. Styling and Mrs. Coggy are enjoying the perfect full day sailing. Oh, what's that horrible noise? Cries Mrs. Coggy. Is that monstery again? Says Mr. Styling. Whoopee, ha, says Granpy Rabbit. Granpy Rabbit stops at the Sailing Club Cafe to get some juice. This is a life, huh? Says Granpy Rabbit. The sea and the sky and the boats sailing by. But the boats are not sailing by. Granpy Rabbit, says Peppa. There's no wind, says Grandpa Pig. Without wind, sailing boats can sail. Suddenly, there hears voices calling for help. It's Mr. Styling and Mrs. Coggy. We need to rescue them, Granpy Rabbit, says Peppa. Granpy Rabbit zoomed towards the shouting. Ahoy there, he cries. We can get back to the dock without the wind, says Mrs. Coggy. Toss me a line and I will tow you back in, says Granpy Rabbit. Granpy Rabbit Hovercraft towards the sailing boats back to the shore. We're team the boat to shore. We're team the boat to shore, sings Granpy Rabbit. We're towing the boat to the car park. Towing the boat to be parked, sings Granpy Rabbit. Now you don't have so far to walk to your cars. But sailing boats don't go on land like hovercraft, says Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig, who is your friend? Asked Mr. Silent. We must thank him for rescuing us. His name is Granpy Rabbit, replies Peppa Pig. Granpy Rabbit, delight to meet you, old bean, says Mr. Silent. You too, old bean, replies Granpy Rabbit. 자, 이 다람쥐기 보였죠? 네, 강에서 그 배를 운전하는 것입니다. 자, 읽어볼게요. Grandpa Pig's boat. Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George out for day on the river. I am the captain of this boat, says Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig, Peppa, and George all shout Grandpa Pig. Aye, aye, captain, they cried. When I tell you all to do something, you must do it, says Grandpa Pig. Unless it is something silly, Granny Pig tells Peppa and George. Grandpa Pig frowns. The competition never says anything silly. Of course not, Captain, says Granny Pig. Snore. Everyone does what Grandpa Pig says. He asked George to raise a flag and Granny Pig to take the wheel. Then Grandpa Pig tells Peppa to ring the bell. Ding, ding. Off they go. The boat speeds through the water. Granny Pig thinks they should go a bit slower. Good idea, Granny Pig, says Grandpa Pig. I don't want to use all my petrol. Peppa sports another boat. It is Granddad Dog. He's taking Danny Dog out for a day on the river. Granddad Dog is Grandpa Pig's very best friend. Ho ho, I am surprised your boat is still afloat, Granddad Pig. Granddad Dog said, Granddad Dog, it must be almost as old as you are, says Grandpa Pig. Roof, this is old boat can go faster than your rusty bucket any day, replies Granddad Dog. Grandpa Pig is not happy. He calls Granddad Dog a sea dog. Granddad Dog calls Grandpa Pig a water hog. You were both acting like little children, cries Granny Pig. Peppa and George think this is silly. Grandpa Pig won't say sorry. Granddad Dog won't say sorry. They decide to race instead. Granddad Dog zooms off. Catch me if you can, water hog, says Granddad Dog. Grandpa Pig is not happy. Sea dog, says Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig overtakes Granddad Dog to leave him for behind. Can't catch me, ha ha ha, says Grandpa Pig. I mean, oh no, my boat has run out of petrol, cries Grandpa Pig. Maybe I did go a bit too fast. Maybe Granddad Dog can tow us home, suggests Granny Pig. I do not want him to, says Grandpa Pig. Will you two ever grown up? Sighs Granny Pig. Grandpa say sorry to Granddad Dog, says Peppa. Granddad say sorry to Grandpa Pig, says Danny. Finally, they both say sorry. Granddad Dog is Grandpa Pig's very best friend. Granddad Dog trusts Grandpa Pig's boat home. The main thing is I won the race, Grandpa Pig says to Peppa. Grandpa Pig, says Granny Pig. Silly Grandpa Pig. 이 두 책이 재밌었다면 구독과 좋아요 까먹지 마시고 눌러주세요. 그리고 다음 책은 페파피그가 어떤 일을 하는 책이 나올지 댓글로 적어주세요. 안녕.